Oh shit. I hope I'm in frame. Welcome to the death of this channel. Cheers. First of all, hello. If you do not know who I am the person who edits all these videos on this channel. You probably have not seen my face. I think the last time I put a video with my face out there was 4 years ago. Hi. I'm the guy who edited all of those videos for a couple years. The quick summary of this video is this. I'm no longer going to make best of monthly videos. The reasons are pretty much, there's two of them. The first one is that I used to use Adobe Premiere, and basically I was borrowing a friend's account in order to do this. That's how I was able to churn out the content so quickly. I had a really nice editing program, and my system was streamlined in order to do that. And long story short, I can't access that account anymore, and I don't want to pay for it myself. And so basically the decision was either to try and learn a new editing software, which I tried and it sucked. I just was not motivated enough to continue with the process. And then the second reason is that essentially for the past couple months, the editing the videos was more of a chore than anything else. Rather than finding any enjoyment in watching Funhaus videos, it was kind of just like something I had to do. And after a while, that's like not a fun experience to be in. I know there's like this whole thing with like burnout culture on YouTube, where like every YouTuber talks about burnout, and I always kind of just would roll my eyes. But now I'm kind of at that point myself. It's kind of ironic. But really, when you break it down and you think about it, I've been editing and watching the same, 4 or 5 people for, I want to say 6 years now. And that's a lot of content to watch. Like, I don't think I could do the math in order to find out how many hours of content I've watched of these, same couple people, but it's a lot. Not including like their own streams that I edited for a while, or their personal content or anything like that, on top of the Funhaus and Inside Gaming content, or the best of yearly videos where I go back through and rewatch all the months that I made for that year. So it basically got to the point where I just don't particularly enjoy watching the videos anymore. An easy decision to make to kind of call it quits. So there's the quick quote-unquote summary. That being said, I am still going to make some videos on the channel before you just immediately unsubscribe, which I understand if you do. Honestly, I'm not that worried about it. If you asked me a couple years ago, I would be very tied to my subscriber count, but I don't care anymore at all. But I am going to try and make some Funhaus videos. Most of them are going to be more like series compilations, things that I've already edited the best of videos of, and I'll just kind of combine the moments into one video. So a best of, I can't think of a single example right now, which is embarrassing. Give me a second. Best of Hitman, for instance. I don't have a schedule for that, but every now and then, I guess. So, there will be videos uploaded, Funhaus related videos uploaded from time to time, but not nearly at the same schedule or pace of the monthly videos, because that was kind of a nightmare. That's kind of the gist of the video. I will talk a little bit about, I don't know, like why, I guess. One thing that I want to make clear is I don't think that Funhaus has changed that much. I don't think that like they're not funny anymore, or like they're too PC and that's why I don't like them anymore. In all reality, like I just grew up a lot. When I started editing and watching the videos, I think I was 19, and now I'm not 19 anymore. And my sense of humor has changed, and how I want to spend my time has changed. When I was younger, I had a lot of free time with not a lot to do, and so sitting in my room and editing other people's content for hours was like kind of fun, and I enjoyed the process, and I enjoyed learning how to edit and getting better at it. Obviously, it was like a big bonus that people enjoyed the content, and I was getting the views and getting the likes, and people were like, yeah, you go, dude. That was obviously a benefit as well. But then in the long run, it just was like not like now I don't care enough about random people's comments on the internet, however nice they may be, but it's not enough to motivate me to like put myself through watching stuff that I'm not interested in. I still think they're funny. I'll probably still watch a video every now and then, but just not not every single video. constantly. And also, it's kind of a random thing to tie in. I think I just died a little bit. It's kind of a random thing to tie in as well, but the fact that Bruce left kind of does play into it, but not because like I loved Bruce so much that I couldn't possibly watch Funhaus videos without him in them or something like that, but just because he had the guts to like go out and do something new and not be afraid of like the repercussions or ramifications, or like the fact that he's losing a really sort of standard part of his life for the past couple of years. Instead, he was willing to put himself out there and try something new. And I think in the exact same way, like that's what I kind of want to do, whether that is editing other dumb videos for my YouTube channel or just doing something else, man. Like not spending all my time sitting at the computer. I have a full-time job. I have other jobs on top of that. I have a house, I have a relationship, I have friends, I have hobbies other than watching YouTube videos that I want to do, and all those things kind of get put by the wayside sometimes in order for me to just edit these videos, and that sucks. And so I just want to focus on other things and do something new, even if that's just like watching Netflix with my girlfriend or reading a book. Anything else sometimes is kind of how I felt. There is an element of like being disappointed that like what was such a huge part of my life, you know, I like flew down to RTX, I went to PAX a whole bunch of times to hang out with the Funhaus guys or like meet YouTube personalities or whatever the case is. Like it's weird that is not a part of my life anymore, or at least I like care a whole lot less. Like when I sit down and try and watch YouTube videos, like the vast majority of what used to interest me does not anymore. I can barely like stand watching like gameplay videos anymore. And there's a part where it's like, why is that happening? You know, like what's changing about me? Because like this was something that I really identified with and was like a huge part of who I was as a person. But at the same time, it's like cathartic in a way to let those old things go and know that it's okay to move on. I don't know if anybody cares at all, or like if anyone's still watching this video to begin with, but like if you're someone like me who like really identified themselves with that kind of fandom without being like cringy, you know, it's okay to like not want to watch that stuff anymore. And it's the same with anything else. When I was in high school, I thought I was gonna be an NFL player, like my freshman year of high school. Like I was like, if I work hard enough and I dedicate enough time and energy and effort, I'm gonna be in the NFL, or at the very least I'm gonna play like college football, you know, D1. But in actuality, I'm like not big or fast, and so that was never gonna happen. Like from the very get-go, that was never gonna happen. And I didn't realize that until I was like an upperclassman in high school, and that was like heartbreaking to see this dream die and see kind of my priorities change. But what came out of that was like all these other hobbies and opportunities and friendships and like all these things that that came out of like the death of one thing. So in the same way, like I'm sure there was an element of my brain that thought like I was going to be a YouTube megastar, or like I was going to get hired by Funhaus and like everyone was going to love me or something like that. But it didn't take that long to realize that that's like not the path that my life was going on, and that I didn't really want my life to go down that path. Like looking at a lot of those like celebrities, they look really, really miserable. And so I'm okay with not doing that, and I'm really happy with where I'm at, regardless of how many YouTube subscribers I have or will lose or whatever. And so that's just like, I don't know, my kind of like motivational end of the video, which seems really stupid now that I've said it out loud. But here I am, just a boy, burying his soul on the internet for views. Long story short, thanks for watching. I've always appreciated all the fans who gave me kind words or wanted to know what the name of the song was at the end of the video, or who gave me tons of crap for X or Y or Z. I was far from perfect in any element on the internet. I thought I was funnier and smarter and better than pretty much everybody else. And sometimes that came across as being like a big old douchebag. I do apologize for that, because I was not nice a lot, especially in comment sections. I would go after people. And I like to think that I've learned from that experience and become a better person because of it, and learned to empathize a whole lot more with people who are going through different things, and not just immediately judge people on the internet because I think I can. So that's a big regret. Like, that's how I'd sum it up. It's a big regret. So I apologize to those people, and thank you to everybody else, the people who supported me on Patreon. That is tremendous. I don't understand how or why you did that, but thank you. To the people who just watched the videos and enjoyed watching them, thank you. So happy to be a tiny part of your life. You know, a tiny footnote to a footnote to a footnote of your day is a huge part. To say that I made somebody smile, even just by like editing other people's jokes together, I consider that a win. And in that way, I think that like the time that I spent, the hundreds of hours I spent watching Funhaus content and stitching it together was not a waste. So thank you. And for all of you, thank you for being a footnote in my life as well, and for having a positive impact on my day, and giving me a really unique hobby that I can brag about forever, basically, you know. It's really cool. And so that's my positive spin on things. I love each and every one of you. You are all basically my children. So thank you. Bring it all in. Give a hug, a digital hug. Hug your monitor for me. And then fist bump your monitor really hard. And then kiss a loved one. Just don't make it weird. And that being said, signing off. No more Funhaus Best of videos for monthly videos. And also, I'm not going to make a yearly video for 2019. And also, I'm not going to make a Best of Bruce video. Also, I'm sure someone's going to take my place like tomorrow. So you guys are going to be fine. Thank you. Good night. And good luck.